Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of Building Anaxes in LEGO week 26 today. After taking a quick break from last week, we are back this week and we finished the final building for the inside of Fort Anaxes itself. I cannot wait to show you guys the progress we got done for this week. And before we go and get started, you guys know the drill. Let's give a huge thank you to our two series sponsors. Number one, Brickstuff. If you guys are looking for any custom lights for your own sets, mocks, or anything like that, go check out brickstuff.com. Link down below in the description. Use coupon code capital TBWN10 to save 10% off of your order. And last but not least, go check out Minifigs for You. They've generously supplied a bunch of minifigures you guys are going to see in the finale of this mock, so go check out and support both of our series sponsors down below in the description. So as you can tell by the title of the video, today's focus is going to be on the medical bay. Now, for those of you guys who have been following the series for any sort of amount of time, you'll know the medical bay has been something I've been struggling with, mostly talking about like the curve and just the general nature of the building. So I've had a little bit of difficulty creating that. So the medical bay you guys are going to see in this video is a sort of collab effort between me and Bricktorian on YouTube and I think Instagram. I'll leave links down below in the description. You guys can check him out. He helped me a ton with the overall design and stuff like that. So again, thank you, Bricktorian. Now, I've been basically talking about the medical bay for like over a month now, just basically hinting at, hey, something is in the works, something's coming, and finally something is coming this week, which is super nice. Now, if you guys caught any one of the two live streams I did this week, I did finish it basically live with you guys, so huge thank you to everybody who did come out and join the live streams. It was super fun. So the medical bay is basically the last behemoth task of Anaxes in terms of the interior. We've had the barracks, we've had the satellite arrays, we have the shield generators, we've had the gunship landing pads done for quite some time. I've been working a lot on the mountain for the past week or so, but this week we finally returned to the inside of that fort and we got done the very last building that I needed to get done. So in terms of the exterior, in terms of everything you guys see from an outside perspective, that is done. However, the interior I did not touch this week. I think I'm going to save it for the finale. I do want the finale to have like some sort of new content. Obviously with the finale, it's like showcasing the entire mock when it's done, but I do want to include like newer things, I guess, in the finale. So I'm going to be waiting until the finale to show you guys at least the interior of that medical bay. So I'm really excited to show you guys what I got done this week. Now, this week's segment is actually going to be a little different. There's no time lapse. There are going to be little vlog clips of me actually building it in the process. So you guys are going to be able to see how I built it, what went into building it, especially me behind the scenes on those live streams. So it's going to be super fun. If you guys haven't already, make sure you drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. But that being said, guys, without any further delay, let's go ahead and jump on into this week's episode of Building Anaxes in LEGO. Alrighty, so much like a couple of weeks ago in this segment, we don't have a time lapse this week. More so, I'm going to be giving you guys updates as we're building. So we are on stream right now. We got chat. Everyone's saying hi. Thank you everybody who's joining the streams. I appreciate you. So we're gonna first start off with working on the medical bay. I have the medical bay file right there on my computer, so we're going to start first by making the roof of it. I'm not sure how long it's going to take on stream, but we're going to be separating into two different streams for this week. So I will go ahead and give you guys another update once we have some sort of progress with that roof. So let's go. Also, if my mic sounds really bad right now, it's because I'm not using my main camera. My main camera is being used for the stream. But so we first started here by laying out the foundation for it. So this is going to basically be the bottom layer of the file right there for the actual roof. So this is the very beginnings of it. Right now we're going to work on adding all the slopes going around it and then hopefully building up the tile around it and stuff like that. So catch you guys in a bit. All right, so after about 35 minutes, which I know that's a long time, we finally have a almost completed roof. So essentially, like I said, I've built up this middle area. Basically, there's going to be tile covering this entire area, and there's also going to be some little like cool vents that go on each of those 4x4 areas. I did forget to say earlier, I might have mentioned this in the intro of the video, but this was a sort of collaborative build by me and Bricktorian. I'll leave his link down below to YouTube in the description, but you can see here, it's coming together. We're going to be tiling everything off, adding some really cool designs and details. So I will pick this back up when we finish doing so, and I have some more to show you guys. So let's go ahead and continue building. All right, so we had a little bit of a hiccup. I tiled like this entire thing really, and I realized that these sections need to be left. So you can see there's a 2-plate difference in between these areas and then right here. That's because there's going to be some like cool snot stuff that's going to be going on with really cool numbers. Wait, did I screw it up again? I was just looking at it again. I was like, did I just screw up again? I basically had to detile everything. This whole plate had tile on it. That chat just spent probably 15 minutes watching me detile, but we had a little bit of a hiccup, but that's okay. That's why we're doing it live and having some fun. But yes, so the next process is to tile the rest to get these little vents on either side, and once we're done with that, we're going to work on the little snot lettering, hopefully, and that'll probably close out the stream. All right, we've been live for about an hour and a half now. You can see we've made considerable progress here with the tiling on the top. We have a really cool snot number 23, which goes really, really well with the medical base. So that kind of slides in that little groove right there. That's what I was talking about before with the part that's supposed to be left open. But now, the finishing touch, the last, it's a 1x4 stack or 1x5 stack of plates. Fit that right on the side there. And that is it. That is the roof of the medical bay. About an hour and a half worth of work. And it's been a pretty fun live stream. I'm probably going to hang out for a little bit more with chat before we head out. And yeah, this is cool. Alrighty, it is Friday. We are back here. Similar setup. We got a stream going. What's up, chat? Shout out to all my viewers on the stream. So first off, we're going to start by building the foundation up. Of course, previously we did get done the roof. So now, ideally, what I'd like to do is get the entire exterior wall done. That way we can get like a good sense of scale with the roof on top. So we're going to pick that up right now. Catch you guys in a little bit. Alrighty, so we spent the first maybe 25 minutes of the stream coming up with this aspect of the build. Now, the idea is to have this curve around on the sides of the building, and then we're going to be putting this part on top of the actual part to make it look more round. So we have been spending a little bit of time figuring out this design right here, but this does seem to work. So we're going to put it on and see what it looks like. Obviously curve everything. Hopefully all the curves are as planned. All right, so we got both of the parts on here, and you can see how the hinge bricks are being curved once again to achieve that circular angle. Now you won't be able to see past inside. I'm going to be covering this entire area with dark bluish or light bluish gray brick, excuse me. So you're not going to be able to see through it, but really, really cool design. I do like this. Of course, it does achieve a nice little semicircle, little like aesthetic right there. So we're going to be continuing this right here. Alrighty, we're probably about, let's see, we're almost an hour into the stream. We have been working on getting the rest of these angles up so you guys can see. We've gotten almost all of them. We have to make 2 more sets of these little angle pieces here. Live donation, Prison Mike, $1. He says, forgive me, Father Matt, for what? For I have sinned. Well, Prison Mike, it's okay, buddy. Don't worry. Don't worry. But regardless, we are making good progress. I'll keep you guys updated. I think next we're going to try and build out the front windows and the back wall. So really awesome news, guys. You might notice that we finally have a little bit of a wider angle lens. I finally got this. I would have used it last week in the episode, but obviously we missed last week. But we finally have the wide angle lens. So this is going to allow us to see pretty much the entire mock in one shot, which is super nice. So obviously as we continue building up the rest of the mountain and everything, you guys will see this whole progression from this wide angle now, which is super nice. Now, of course, I'll talk a lot more about this in the end of the video, but you guys can see we are nearing the end of this series. You can see we have pretty much now, thankfully, and entirely done inside of the base, and now we're basically just waiting on finishing that mountain. So first off, let's go ahead and talk a lot about the main topic of today's video, and that is going to be the brand new medical bay. Now I do want to give a huge thank you to Bricktorian Guard on YouTube and I think Instagram. I'll leave both those links down below in the description. This was essentially like a collaborative build. He sent me a studio file, and then I did a whole bunch of modifications to it to make it work, but this was really awesome. Of course, you guys may know that the main difficulty I had with designing the medical bay was not the sides at the top. It was mostly this curve right here, and as you guys saw in the previous clips before we jumped into today's official segment, you will see the build process, how we did that on a live stream. So huge thank you to Bricktorian Guard. Make sure you guys go check him out. Super talented. Now what I do love about this design is the use of these little curved pieces right here. This gives it that really asymmetrical look, which is nice. It feels smooth. It feels really curvy, which is what the medical bay was. Now my favorite part about this entire thing is the snot numbering we have right here. So actually in the reference image, you could see the medical bay has the numbering like it does right here. So that's a super nice, authentic, real touch. Of course, you do have the red stripes going up and down the medical bay as well. So overall, this design is really, really nice. Things I did change myself, obviously we did include those red shutters in the front, the doorway as well, and a whole bunch of other things. But here we have it, the medical bay in its completion. Now it is not done entirely in terms of the interior. I'm thinking up until this point I'll probably do the interior during the finale, because during the finale I want there to be some sort of new content. That way it's not just me doing a whole overview of the mock. So we do have that so far. The interior will be done by the finale, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Now it also is really nice that this thing does open entirely. If I can do it with one hand, It's a little difficult doing this with one hand with a camera in my hand. There we go. So this whole top section comes off earlier this week on my first live stream, and you guys can see the letters just fell out, which I totally forgot can actually fall out. But you guys see here, it is an entirely modular section. It comes off super easy. And then this is the room we have for the interior. I'm probably going to end up doing a layer of bricks this way, obviously, so you can't see all that filler that goes into either side, but this is the area we have to work with. Obviously, I do plan on including things that would be in a medical base. That being said, I probably will be including beds. I do believe I have a couple of medical droids as well. We're going to put a whole bunch of really cool things in there. So we have a lot of space to work with, which is super, super nice. Now, one thing I actually did not really estimate was this section. Never mind the AV7. This is not where that's going to go in the finale. But you guys can see we have a whole bunch of room now right behind here. So I do want to include something along the lines of an Easter egg back here. Now, some of you may know I do have the Ahsoka troopers, so maybe I could do a really cool like mini scene with the Ahsoka troopers, or I really don't know. The point is, we have about a dozen studs width and like 3 dozen studs in length to do something back here. I don't want to make this bigger, if that makes sense. Like, this is a good size in my opinion. I think it scales really well, so I don't want to do another building. More or less, I do want to do some sort of really nice Easter egg or nice scene back here, maybe a gun range or something like that. So let me know, maybe like a training facility, like weight rooms and stuff like that outside the base. So let me know down below in the comments what you guys think I should add right here. So that is something I really didn't account for. I could always just, I guess, move the medical bay back a little bit and then put some, like, I don't know, some fun stuff in the front, maybe a couple of guards or something like that. So I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to ask a few people what they think I should do with this back section. Maybe this will be the shrine to all my top tier donors. Fit them right here. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe we could have like the 3 top donors or 4 top donors leading a battalion of clones or something like that. So generally my ideas are pretty open to this back section. So let me know down below in the comments what you guys think I should do in terms of this empty section. But I'll give you some more angles of the medical bay. You guys can see here, I really think it came together really well. Like I said before, you do have a lot of the same techniques and styles I have been using for the barracks. So you guys can see we have the same door structure, same red structure, all that kind of stuff is very much similar in the medical bay, which is nice. Obviously, I want there to be some sort of cohesiveness or coherentness in between the buildings because they are supposed to be of a very similar design. But the point is, now we finally have the last building done for the interior of the base, which is super nice. So I'll give you guys that big shot again. Like, we are nearing the end for sure. Obviously, I do have to still work on, you know, doing a little bit of more fine detail adjustments, getting the last line of plates right here, adding some really cool sidewalks on either side of this thing. But in terms of just like the general structure and the general build, it is pretty much 100% done. So that is super nice. That is really cool. So it is a really easy thing to do. And like, it just looks so nice, guys. The base is finally coming together. Been working on this thing for like a year, and it's finally nice to finish the last building, to almost get everything inside the walls done. And now we just have to tackle that behemoth of a mountain back there for the next week or two. And then we're going to be pretty much done, aside from the second ATTE, which will be coming at some point sometime soon. So there we have it. That is all the progress for this week. Hope you all enjoyed the build progress vlogs during this stream. I hope you guys like that sort of different style here on the channel, but this thing is coming together. I cannot wait for it to be done. So that being said, guys, if you are liking the mock so far, drop a like on the video and subscribe for more content coming up. You guys are not going to want to miss any of these episodes, especially as we near the ending of this series. So let's go ahead and head to the outro of today's video. So guys, that is going to wrap up week 26 of building Anaxes in Lego. Base is pretty much done. We've had a lot of ups and downs with that medical bay. It's been probably the hardest part of this mock, but now it's done. All the buildings are done. All the big structures are done. We obviously have to work in that little like area and figure out what to do there. But I mean, in terms of generally speaking, the inside of the walls are done, and that is an amazing thing. I've been working on this mock for intellectually over a year. Obviously only 26 weeks of physical build, but I started this build series like maybe 10 or 11 months ago, and to finally see this entire inside fort come to life is super cool, because obviously I had that vision in my head of what it would look like and just the overall layout, and finally seeing it in person is one of the most cool and motivating things in my entire Lego career. This is why I love building these big mocks, because when you do come to the end, or I guess like the last quarter of a build series, you see everything start to come together, which is just a unique experience. So I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So now finally, with that medical bay out of the way, we only have a couple of things left to do before the actual Anaxes finale. We have to finish that middle section of the mountain. We also have to cover the top of that mountain with plates as well, build the second ATTE, and then that's kind of it. So I think after next week's segment, I'm going to put in the orders for the final parts of the ATTE walker. That way the next 3 segments should flow pretty nicely, and we should be done in about 3-4 weeks. I'm thinking 3 more weeks of like a physical build progress, and then a finale. So technically 4 weeks, but obviously that is subject to change. Things do happen, but I'm thinking at this moment we got 4 more weeks left in the series, which is pretty awesome. So I think that wraps up this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Definitely let me know down below in the comments what you're all thinking so far of just maybe the medical bay, or even anything in the mock so far. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, definitely make sure you do so. It would mean a ton, and drop a like on the video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take it easy. Peace.